What up, people? Coach V, New Breed Boxing. Here are my top 4 tips on how to get the best outcome from your first competition, whether it's for amateur boxing, kickboxing, MMA, wrestling. These tips will help you with all the above to basically get the best outcome from your first competition. So, tip number 1, find yourself the best coach you could find. You may have to invest some time and some money in shopping around to make sure you get the right man for the job. But that's going to be an imperative part of your success, especially if you plan on doing this long term. You don't want to bounce from coach to coach. And that man is going to help you before, during, and after your fights to make sure that you get the best outcome. He's going to be putting you in the ring with the right sparring partners. He's going to be in the corner during the fight, identifying any problems, whether it's from you or the referees making bad calls or the judges after the fight, say they come in with some bad decisions. He's going to be able to articulate that and kind of like be your lawyer. And if any situations need to be, disputed or whatever, he'll be able to do that if he's knowledgeable and respected enough in the sport, just to keep you safe and keep you protected. Because there's a lot of games that can be played, and you need the right man in your corner to basically eliminate as many of those as possible and confront the right people and situations the right way to get the best outcome. So don't undermine the importance of having the perfect coach, and stop being cheap about it. It ain't going to be some all-knowing Buddhist monk at the top of the mountain just waiting for you to be his next disciple. You might have to go to a gym. It might even be a little bit of a drive for you, whatever. But you got to invest in having the right guy in your corner. So that's step number 1. Number 2, you got to maintain a healthy, productive lifestyle outside the gym. What you do outside the gym can completely either sabotage all your hard work in the gym or be an attribute to that, which is obviously what we want. We want to eat right, sleep right, be doing our road work, our cardio, make sure our fitness level is at the optimum level it could be at, because that's stuff that you're gonna be your own coach outside the gym sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, your coach may call you up and check on you, but you don't really know what you're doing unless you're in some prison boxing boot camp, which for some of you guys would probably be the best situation, but it ain't realistic here in America. So make sure that you're on top of your game outside the gym. That's the yin to the yang, and that's going to be the perfect balance to make sure that you show up to the fight, in the best mind, body, and spirit state you could be in. Number 3, go to the fights. Go to your local fights, even go to the fights a little bit out of your area. It'll give you a good way to check the temperature of what the competition is like, what kind of talent's out there. Plus, the boxing community is small. I can guarantee you, if you go to enough fights, you're going to start seeing the same people over and over again, and you will be eventually sharing the ring with some of them. And step number 4, watch the competition on the elite levels, but in your lane. Here's what I'm talking about, man. I see a lot of guys looking at like highlight reels of top fighters, which is cool. You might get some little tricks from that. But the pro level competition is a little bit different than the amateur level competition. You have more time to work in the pros. So if you say like a Mayweather type of style or whatever, that's not going to really apply too well or translate too well to, say, amateur boxing, because you only get a few rounds that are short rounds and you got to hurry up and get busy. So watching the best pro fighters is cool to get some little, combinations or whatever, but the long-term fight strategy is totally different. Watch Olympic boxing. Watch the upper echelon of the best amateur Olympic fighters you could find, because that's going to translate a lot better to the amateur circuit. When you're fighting, 3-4 round fights, you gotta come out, like I say, 2 guns blazing, come out quick, but you also got to do it with style and realize that, you're being judged before, during, and after the fight. So you see the way these guys carry themselves, their mannerisms when they come into the ring, their mannerisms when they get a knockdown. How do they act? They don't, jump around and act all crazy. They run to the corner professionally, neutral corner. You can't do a lot of these things in the amateurs that you can get away with in the pros. So it's very important that you stay focused on that specific lane. So stay in your lane for the moment. Like I said, you can get little highlight reels and, pick up little combinations, little tricks and stuff, but your overall game plan should be structured by studying your specific lane. So as of right now, if you're a beginner, that's going to be the amateurs. So that's pretty much my take on it. Those are the top 4 tips that I would suggest that anybody just absorb and take it all in and mentally just understand what you're going to be engaged in, and translate that physically into the ring, and you should have a very successful first competition and from there on out. Anyway, hope you found this informative. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Go check out my Instagram, coach.v_. Put your comments in the comment section too. If you got a fight coming up, let us know where it's at. Let us know who you are so we can keep an eye on you. If you're some up and coming talent, we should be looking out for. And till the next time, we up out of here. Out.